Namaste everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you in this live meditation session with me, Dhyanse. We are meditating on 112 meditation techniques of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. Meditation is a continuity of witnessing, of observing, of awareness. Every single movement of the body, of the mind, of life itself, not just few minutes of practice, not just repeating a mantra, chanting this or doing an imagination, a visualization, it is a continuity of witnessing. If there is one word to summarize meditation, that is witnessing. This witnessing is so powerful. Everything rises from this witnessing. Witnessing of oneself, of one's body, of one's mind, of one's energies, of all aspects, all dimensions of what we call as ourselves. In this witnessing, all wisdom arises about yourself. You do not need any scriptures. You do not need any books. You do not need anything to tell you about yourself, about life, if this witnessing is established in you, if this meditation is a continuity of witnessing in you. In that witnessing, this wisdom arises. Everything, every little detail about life, the secrets of life, the knowledge of life, the knowledge of happiness, of joy, of love, how to be in life, how to simply be, all is contained in this simple process of witnessing. When you begin to witness yourself, lots of revelations open up to you. One such revelation that opens up to you is that you're continuously looking for liberation. In everything that you do in life, in every act that you do in life, in every movement of yourself is this search for liberation. In wisdom traditions, it is known as moksha or nirvana, but this search for liberation, you have to feel it, you have to understand it before anything can be done towards it. So, not just listening to me right now, do it right now, become aware as you listen to what I'm saying, become aware of every movement of yourself. How are you sitting right now? What is going on in your mind right now? What are your surroundings right now? Bring this witnessing, this awareness to this very moment as you listen to me. In this very moment of witnessing of the outside, then take the energy inwards. Move within and witness what is happening in you within. See that every act that you do, even in this listening, even in this sitting, even in this very moment, you are looking for liberation. There is a search in you, in every act of yourself, which is looking for liberation. What is that? Can you feel it? Can you have your senses so sensitive that you can touch this search of liberation in your every act? How you move your hand, how you're sitting right now, what thoughts are you having, what any stance that you're taking in life, the ideas that you're having, all the work that you're doing, in everything, can you spot, can you identify, can you find out and pinpoint that search for liberation in every act? When you do that, when you are there where you can see that everything that you're doing is a search for liberation, you come to another revelation. You go deeper, further. You ask yourself, why is this search for liberation? What is it that is creating the bondage in you? What is it that you're trying to break free? That is a moment of understanding. That is a moment of wisdom where you are directly touching life energies, where you are now touching this very source of energy that is flowing in you and trying to understand what is this energy, trying to maneuver what is this energy, trying to ride this energy with wisdom, with intelligence. When you go deeper, you realize this life energy that is flowing in all of us. This energy itself creates kind of a bondage. It is not meant to create bondage, but it happens that this life energy itself starts creating a bondage. The more life energy that you have, the more this search for liberation. What a paradox, what a situation that if the life energy is not there, if there is death, of course there is, you can say there is liberation, but there is nothing. But as the life energy is there in you, the more you want to feel alive, the more you feel in bondage, the more you feel this search of liberation. How do you manage that? How do you maneuver these life energies that are flowing in you and not get caught up with its traps and get caught up in all these bondages? And how do you live in this liberation? This is the art when you are in the continuity of witnessing, when you are in the continuity of meditation, when your awareness is flowing along with the flow of your life energies. You know how to manifest these life energies as freedom, as liberation, and not letting these life energies create more and more bondage for you. See that this awareness, this consciousness is needed to create this, to learn how to maneuver these life energies. Without this awareness, without this consciousness, the life energies that are flowing in you, they are just randomly throwing you here and there in uncontrolled, in unmaneuvered, in unmastered way. In that unmastered way of living, of having life energies just taking you here and there, whatever is happening is somewhat accidental. You mean good, you're doing everything in life for liberation. For whatever you're doing, the chase of your money is also for liberation, with the idea that with that money you will be liberated. The chase for some imaginations, some ideas of life, some concepts of life is also a chase towards liberation. The chase, the search of God in religion is also a search of liberation. You want liberation essentially. Even this search for spirituality is a search for liberation. So many names that you give to this search for liberation. And what happens is, the more you bring your life energies into this search, you find yourself in somewhat of a trap, in somewhat of a bondage. The more you move towards the chase of the material, of the money, of the possessions, yes, they bring some sort of freedom, but they do not bring liberation. They start to become a bondage. Ask any wealthy person, is that person liberated? You will see, in a way, the person feels achieved, but in the broader sense of life, the liberation is not there. The bondage is even stronger. To a person who is in imagination, is in ideas, is in concepts, that is liberation, is in this or that, ask that person is continuously getting trapped in the projections of their mind, in the projections of their imagination. To the person who is in this idea that the liberation is in God, the liberation is in spiritual practices, all those ideas take you further away from liberation. Why is this happening? This is happening because you are becoming identified with everything that you think is liberating you. You're identifying with every manifestation of the life energy. So this continuity of awareness, this continuity of meditation, this continuity of witnessing, what this does is it allows you to remain disidentified. You're floating above the mud like a lotus. Understand this state of disidentification. It is very, very powerful. So many people have talked about it. If you open up any spiritual literature or positive thinking, psychology, anything, you will only hear this one word, disidentification. Don't be identified with money, don't be identified with God, don't be identified with spirituality, but how to do it, how to be in this disidentification. See and be in it right now with me. Understand what is this disidentification. To be in disidentification is to always maintain this continuity of awareness. In that continuity of awareness, you are always above the life energies. You have to be always above the life energies to have this disidentified state. The moment you lose this awareness, the moment you lose this witnessing, you are falling back in the life energies. Then you are with the flow of life energies. Whether they take you into pleasure, you feel the pleasure. When they take you in the pain, you feel the pain. You're just moving along unconsciously with life energies. Therefore, meditation has so much significance in life. It is the source of all wisdom in life, because that continuity of awareness, it gives you that mastery. How do you flow along with this life energy? You also develop an ability, a sense to take this along with you, not just flowing along wherever it goes, but you taking the energies with you wherever you want to go. And that empowerment is of the consciousness. That empowerment is of the awareness. Therefore, so much emphasis on witnessing. So many people came and went by talking about witnessing. Buddha's whole work was around creating that awareness which allows the disidentification. But we took that disidentification as a teaching. This disidentification, it does not hold well as a teaching. If you just learn it as a teaching, when the situation comes, when you are in a situation which is of your interest, you immediately are identified. At the back of your mind, there is this teaching still going on. I have to be disidentified with work. I have to be disidentified and behave in this or that way. All those learnings, all those teachings, they fall apart. They fall short, because what is needed is a continuity of awareness. That is the only way to remain disidentified. That is the only way to remain at that distance, at that right arm's length with the energies that you are experiencing, and learning to maneuver those energies. The whole work of wisdom traditions like yoga, like tantra, is to establish that witnessing in you, to establish the right relationship of consciousness and of energy. In yoga, they say that yoga is the meeting of consciousness and energy, the meeting of Shiva and Shakti. That meeting is just a way to say that there is this right relationship established between the energies and the consciousness. Consciousness learns to maneuver the energies. Without the energies, there is no life. With the energies, there is life, but without consciousness, life is all random and you're thrown here and there. So learn to maneuver these two, consciousness and energy, within their right relationship by the continuity of awareness, by being in meditation, not just in few moments but throughout your entire life, witnessing every movement of your body, every movement of your mind, every movement outside, every movement inside. As simple as that, but the source of very potent wisdom. Let us hear what Vigyan Bhairav Tantra has to say in the final steps of this journey towards this peak of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, where there is a dialogue between Bhairava and Bhairavi, where Bhairavi is asking Bhairava to release her of her doubts, so many doubts about life, so many doubts about what is happening, how to go about things, and Bhairava is expounding, is making this situation through these sutras, through this journey, so that Bhairavi could see for herself, could once again rise from unconsciousness to consciousness in her. Let us see what he says. After listening to all these sutras, we are more than 100 sutras in this journey. So here Bhairavi says, O great Lord, if this is the nature of supreme reality, he is liberated while living and not affected by the activities of the world. Let me repeat. O great Lord, if this is the nature of supreme reality, he is liberated while living and not affected by the activities of the world. Here, this statement by Bhairavi represents a state of satori, a click that happens in Bhairavi, an awakening that happens in all of us who are on this journey, on this spiritual journey through meditation, this satori, where a sudden awakening happens. In this awakening, Bhairavi realizes two things. First thing that Bhairavi realizes is that liberation is possible. It is not just an idea, because suddenly throughout this journey, throughout this discourse, throughout all these sutras expounded by Bhairava, given by Bhairava, Bhairavi suddenly experiences this. So she says, yes, liberation is possible. But even more important, significant statement she makes, it is possible within this life, while living in all these activities. So all you meditators, all you seekers, take these 2 points from this sutra of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, that liberation is not an idea which is paranormal. This is something is very much possible in life while living. And the second aspect, while living, is even more important. Not at some point of time after death or after achieving this or that state. This liberation is possible right here, right now. How is that possible? With the continuity of awareness. Let us move into that continuity of awareness in silence in the next minutes. Please close your eyes and take a posture that is comfortable for you. the awareness that rose in you along with the discourse. Turn that awareness inwards towards yourself in your inner space. Witness every movement in this moment. Every movement of your body, of your mind, of your energies. Observe in this moment. Observe every single unit of yourself, of your body, mind, energies, is in search of liberation. Your energies wanting to express, to liberate. As your energies fire up, remain a witness. Not trying to change anything. Continuity of witnessing, observing, observing your life energies. Moving closer in your observation without trying to change anything. Continuity of witnessing. and silence arises, let go of all effort, all focus. Simply remain silent in this continuity of awareness. In a space of awareness, of silence, very gently and slowly, you may open your eyes. Maintaining the continuity of awareness, of witnessing yourself, witnessing your body, witnessing your mind, witnessing your energies, taking this continuity of witnessing to your daily life. When you move in different aspects of life, taking this continuity to allow this disidentification with everything. That disidentification, yet having full of life energy in everything that you do. If you wish to support these sessions, there are two ways. One is donation. The appropriate donation is $20, just like the way you would do in any yoga class or class in person. And second, you can support these sessions by sharing with your friends, with your family, with anyone who needs to hear this message of silence, of awareness, of consciousness and love and so on. Anyone who is benefiting from these sessions in your friends and family, share these sessions with them. 2 ways of contributing back. One is donation. If you cannot do that, then sharing is the second way. Thank you very much. Namaste.